Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a slasher film, Identity. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. One night, a doctor is doing psychological counseling on a patient, Malcolm. Malcolm keeps repeating a poem he wrote when he was a child. The poem goes like this: as I was going up the stairs, I met a man who was not there. He was not there again today. I wish he would go away. The doctor then takes out Malcolm's profile, which includes a picture of the matchstick men. The first 6 men are almost the same, while the latter 2 are Malcolm and his mother. Malcolm has an unfortunate childhood. His mother was a prostitute and abandoned him in a motel when he was only 9 years old. His father is still missing, so Malcolm has grown up in an orphanage. On the table, there is a criminal report of Malcolm murdering 6 innocent people on May 10, 1998, which is also Malcolm's birthday. But Malcolm does not remember the murder at all, so the doctor identifies him with schizophrenia. It turns out that Malcolm has been sentenced to death for killing people, and will be executed the next day. The doctor tries to delay the death penalty by treating Malcolm's mental illness. But the judge refuses the doctor's appeal, and wants Malcolm to be executed as soon as possible. On a lightning road, a car's tire is punctured by a high heel, which is dropped by a prostitute previously. When the four-eyed guy is changing the tire, his wife is hit by a coming car, where there is an actress and a driver in that car. The driver tries to call for a rescue, but the phone has no signal. So the driver takes all the others to a motel, and he goes to find help alone. The actress does not want the driver to go, but he insists on doing so. Halfway, the driver finds the prostitute who dropped the high heel, but her car breaks down due to the heavy rain. So they decide to drive to find rescue together. Fortunately, they come across a young couple on the way. At first, the couple refuse to give the driver and the prostitute a ride, but the moment the husband sees the prostitute, he agrees. The driver takes a pistol with him since they do not know each other. Then the four take the couple's car back to the motel, and decide to set off tomorrow. The innkeeper gives them several rooms to rest. The actress is in room 9, the prostitute room 7, the driver room 3, and the couple room 6. But the couple smashes the door too heavily, reversing 6 to 9. Then a police officer also arrives at the motel because of the heavy rain, and a detained criminal is also staying with him inside the car. The driver suggests using the radio in the police car for help, but the police officer says the radio has no signal. During the period, driver finds that the son of the four-eyed guy looks very strange. And the four-eyed guy explains that it is because he is the boy's stepfather, thus the little boy is not close to him. The actress still wants to find a phone signal outside, but suddenly she is attacked. The driver hears her scream, and goes out to check, only to find her head in the washing machine in the laundry room. And then the innkeeper and the police officer arrive. They find the key to room 10 beside the head. The police officer and the criminal live in room 10, so they think the criminal might do it. When they arrive at room 10, they find that the criminal does have escaped. So the driver proposes that he and the police officer go to find the criminal, while the others stay in the room. After that, the young couple has a dispute, because the wife pretends to be pregnant to get married to her husband. Due to the quarrel, the wife gets upset, and storms into the toilet, while her husband is killed outside. Knowing her husband is dead, the wife has to jump out of the window to save her life. The criminal who has escaped finds something strange, that he will always return to the motel, no matter which direction he is running towards. So he is caught by the driver and the police very soon. The driver asks the innkeeper to keep close eyes on the criminal, and he goes to check out the 2 dead. The driver takes the prostitute to check the body. The driver says that he used to be a police officer, and that he failed to save a girl who decided to commit suicide. And since then, he has suffered from some mental problems, so he left the position. The driver finds the key of room 9 on the dead body. They speculate whether it is a serial murder in the reverse order from 10 to 6. Then the police officer is astonished to find that the criminal has also been killed. But the innkeeper, who is supposed to be on guard against the criminal, says that he didn't do it, because he has just gone back to the office. Coincidentally, a key to room 8 is next to the criminal's body, which means it is a serial murder. Then it is found that the innkeeper has stolen the purse of the actress, but the innkeeper says that he did not kill the actress, but only wants to steal her money. The innkeeper is highly suspected of murder. Of course he knows that, so he decides to make things even worse. The innkeeper takes the prostitute hostage, but the prostitute knocks him over during the chaos. Then the prostitute happens to open the refrigerator. Everybody is shocked to find a frozen body inside. The innkeeper takes advantage of this opportunity to escape, and wants to hit the little boy. The forehead guy manages to rescue his son, but he gets killed by the innkeeper unexpectedly. Finally, the so-called innkeeper confesses everything he knows. The dead man in the refrigerator is the real innkeeper. He is a fake one. When he came to the hotel a few months ago, he found the real innkeeper was already dead. So he pretended to be the innkeeper to make money from the hotel. But as for the murder tonight, he claims that he knows nothing. Hearing that, everybody falls into confusion. If what the fake innkeeper says is true, that means the killer is still at large. And they don't know the killer's purpose and who will be the next victim. In order to figure out the puzzle, they start to talk about their life experiences to see if they can find something in common. The prostitute says that she is sick of being a prostitute and plans to return to her hometown for a normal life. Soon after, the police officer finds that the wife of the young couple dead, with the key to room 6 next to her body. The key to room 10 goes for the actress, 9 for the husband, while 8 goes for the criminal. They wonder who is the number 7 victim and speculate that the forehead guy should not be the one, because everyone sees he just died in the previous car accident. But to their surprise, later they literally find the key to room 7 next to the forehead guy. Since all of them are staying in the room just now, they don't even have time to place the key beside his body. That is to say, none of them on the scene is the murderer. The group become more confused by the current situation. The driver suggests leaving the damned motel as soon as possible, and that the young wife and the little boy should leave first. But when their car just starts, it collapses down due to an explosion. And it is so strange that they find no bodies there after the explosion. And what's more, the other bodies have also disappeared. Afterward, they find a common feature among them. That is, all of them were born on May 10th, the same day as Malcolm, surprisingly. Obviously, this cannot be a coincidence. Checking the ID information left at the front desk, the driver finds that there are even some geographic names in all of their names. No one knows what is going on there. The driver has become more and more confused. The scene suddenly switches to the court hearing. The driver is also one of the participants, but he is dressed the same as Malcolm. The doctor and the judge ask him who he is and what he has done. So he goes all over the things that have happened in the motel. The doctor then shows him the picture of Malcolm and tells him that he is one of the multiple personalities of Malcolm. Then the doctor gives the driver a mirror, and his face shown in the mirror is indeed the one of Malcolm. It turns out that all people in the motel are actually the different personalities of Malcolm. It is the drug treatment used by the doctor that makes all these personalities meet in the motel at the same time, where the little Malcolm was abandoned by his prostitute mother. It turns out that his evil personality controlled the body and killed people 4 years ago. So now Malcolm's good self, the driver, tries to find a way to clear the evil self among his personalities. Otherwise, Malcolm will be sentenced to death by the judge. Then the driver's personality goes back to the motel. And this time the prostitute also finds that the police officer is fake. He is actually the criminal and has killed the real police officer. He then disguises himself as the police officer. As now his identity is exposed, he starts to kill all the survivors in the motel. He kills the fake innkeeper first, and then he tries to kill the prostitute. However, the driver asks the prostitute to hide, and then he has a fierce gunfight with the fake police officer. Both of them are seriously injured and die shortly after. Here in real life, Malcolm has finally got rid of the multiple personalities, with only the prostitute personality left. Malcolm's death penalty is delayed, as his criminal personality has been purged. He is then sent to a mental hospital. In the mind of Malcolm, his prostitute personality returns to her hometown and starts to live a normal life. But one day, the prostitute finds the key to room 1 under an orange tree, and behind her suddenly appears the little boy, who turns out to be the real brutal and abnormal personality of Malcolm. It's revealed that all of the other personalities have been killed by the little boy, and he survived the car explosion by hiding up inside a place. Eventually, the prostitute personality is also killed by the little boy, and Malcolm becomes a pure murderer, with only the boy's criminal personality in control. The film ends as he kills the doctor, who has never figured out Malcolm's real criminal personality until he dies. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Peace out.